Okay, next thing I'm going to tackle is the engine. A big engine on the Hellcat, the R2800. Now a lot of modelers like to spend a lot of time on engines, adding lots of detail, ignition harnesses, push rods, all that sort of stuff. I'm not one of them. I'm happy enough if what comes in the kit is reasonable, I'll go with that. This is a multi-part engine with an etched ignition harness. I'm perfectly happy with that. So the first thing is I've added the magneto housings to the gearbox. That needs to be painted grey. I could get the airbrush out and spend time. I'm quite lazy like this, so what I'm going to use for this one is Tamiya AS27, which is gunship grey too. It's near enough for me. I'm happy with that, and it's quick. So I've given it a quick shake already, and with that out of the way, with it shaken, we'll go straight on to giving it a coat of gunship grey. And remarkably enough, there you go. 6-7 seconds maybe. That's sprayed. I've removed the both rows of cylinders. I've cleaned up most of the joins that I think will be visible on the finished model. Now to spray this. The kit would have you spray them aluminium. I prefer something a little bit darker. Just for the weathering effect. So what I'm going to use for this is Mr. Colour number 28 steel. I appreciate that Mr. Colour paints aren't readily available that much worldwide. I order all mine from Rainbow 10 in Japan, and I've been doing so for 10 years or so. I love these paints. They're just fantastic to use. They're the best paints I've ever used by a mile. I'm looking at this steel and thinking actually that might be a little bit dark, so I'm going to go to my collection of Mr. Colour paints, which now numbers several hundred, and look, yeah, I'm going to use a mixture of the steel and Mr. Colour number 411, and that's called Classic Silver. That's going to get me a colour that I'm happy with. So with those open, get my airbrush. I'm using my Iwata HPC airbrush. For this, it's a double action, gorgeous airbrush. I've had it for coming on a year now, and it is a superb airbrush. So, adding the paint, I'm not particularly exact. I'm no scientist when it comes to this, so I'm going to add a few drops of the silver, and then the same again with the steel, just to darken the colour down a shade. That looks great. That's the colour that's the colour I want. A kind of very dark aluminium stroke light steel, I guess is what you call it. A couple of drips around here that I'm just going to remove. Need to add some thinner to that, obviously, because it's quite a thick mixture. Mr. Colour can be very thick straight out of the pot. This mixture is quite thick. So, in spite of the fact that this looks like an old lighter fluid container, it does contain Mr. Colour levelling thinner. So I'm just going to add a little drop of that. Give it a quick stir. Now, something that I always do with airbrushes like this to mix paint is I will backflush with the paint cup full, blows air through, thoroughly mixes. I've been doing that for people. People say that you know, you're causing disaster if you backflush paint in your airbrush. I've been doing it for 20 years with 3 Badger airbrushes, an Iwata, and more latterly a Grex single action, and never had a day's problem through backflushing. So I'll continue doing that. So we've got a paintbrush, airbrush here full of that mixture I've just made. Yeah, it's coming through fine. The good thing about these paints, Mr. Colour paints, is that they will be dry in quite literally minutes. They do dry harder than acrylics do. They're more resistant than acrylics. Never a bad thing, given the amount of rough handling I tend to subject my models to while I'm building them. Okay, there you go. That's that painted. I'll get on with the other one, and we'll catch up. And we'll catch up shortly.